Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome on in. Hi, my name is Magic Bun Bun and I am a tarot oracle reader, and I am here to confirm your intuition, give you some peace of mind, or give you a new perspective. Okay, we're here to learn something new about yourself. Alright, so as you can tell by the title of this video, we're focusing in on that full moon in Sagittarius energy. So we have our 3 pick-a piles here. I do have some cards already present in the piles here, and I will be shuffling live some tarot for each of these. I'll probably be using that tarot deck today. Okay, so yeah, if you are new here, again, welcome on in. So happy to have you. As you can tell, you have 3 piles to pick from. You can pause this part of the video at any time and take a few deep breaths and make a selection. Grab some coffee, grab some tea, some water if you want to sit back and enjoy your reading. In the description box below, you will see the pile, say like pile 1, and there'll be a timestamp. You can click that timestamp and it will fast forward to your reading. So even right now, if you're reading pile number 1 and you want to begin now, you can fast forward. Otherwise, if you're pile 2 or 3 and you don't want to try to figure out how you can fast forward for the other ones, just go click on that timestamp and it will take you right to the beginning of your reading, okay? Alright, as per usual, this is a general reading, so some things may resonate and some things may not. Please just use your intuition. If it's a puzzle that you'll be able to figure out, you'll be able to place it yourself. You won't take much guidance. You'll just know what's meant for you, and the other parts, you just have to let those go because it was meant for somebody else who's watching the same pile as you, okay? So I just like to put that little disclaimer out there. Of course, you can book a personal reading with me, which means our energies are attuned to each other, so I can do a personal reading for you for your question, or if you just need something to know. That is all linked through my Ko-Fi, which you'll see in the description box as well. Don't forget to follow me on my other socials. I do post a lot of free content out there so that you can, get a little bit of daily tarot activity each and every day, okay? Almost each and every day, I should say that. We take a relax. You don't need to have tarot every single day. All right, other than that, thank you again for being here, and I will catch you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. All right, let's get started. We're going to start with these 2 oracles here, and then we're going to actually bring in some tarot, and then we'll follow up with more oracles here. Okay, so let's find out what the first 2 are. Let's see, we've got expansion and positivity, 2 air signs. Okay, could be because we're also in Gemini season. We've got 2 air signs. We've got positivity and expansion. This could be as literal as you would think would be, is expanding positivity, expanding the way you view certain things, not trying to be so pessimistic, trying to also bring in positive energy towards you. That could be something that also like banishing negative energy so you can expand on positivity or positive energy within your home, within yourself, thinking more fondly of yourself as well when we see these cards come into here. So let me start shuffling. I'm going to put these to the side right here so we can bring in just a little bit of tarot. All right, pile number 1. What is it that you need to know for this full moon? We're going to keep it short and sweet for this reading, for this pick a pile for the new moon. Just because I don't want to throw a lot of information out at once. And of course, if you need some clarification, you can always drop me a comment. I'd be more than happy to clarify. All right, pile number 1. What is it that you need to know for this full moon? Oh, okay. First row already up there. Okay, I might have to put some people to the side here so we can have everyone fit. Justice, some more air energy. We've got some Libra coming into here. Divine timing. We've got the 6 of Wands in reverse and the 5 of Swords upright. Let's get the full picture before we continue. Page of Wands upright. So far, looking towards... Oh, and do we have everyone else? Oh my gosh, we do. Okay. Death, some Scorpio energy, and 2 of Wands in reverse. Okay, and we have the Knight of Wands. I'm going to actually do this instead. I may have to zoom out a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just keep it like this. We're going to do just this out of tarot. If you in my other videos, sometimes I'll just do an extra row here. It goes with the vibe right now, and I feel like this is a really perfect one for this Sagittarius energy, especially because we actually have the Knight of Wands here, which is actually very significant because I associate the Knight of Wands in particular with Sagittarius energy. Okay, so let me get into this. We have Justice appearing right here, trying to think about divine timing. This is more materialistic than it is spiritual. It's about world applications. You're gaining truth. You're trying to find the truth, as we see like the curtain coming down from the top here, truth being revealed to you. This could be being brought to you like under the light of that full moon energy, expanding on truth, and it could be the truth, the positivity of yourself. You may have not been feeling very victorious lately. It says the Six of Wands in reverse. This could be because of a lot of pride and ego coming up into here, like always having to prove that you're right, always having to feel victorious, and like having to have that validation from outside sources, like needing like the law, or needing someone with authority, I should rather say, like needing someone with authority, or like their word is law, like they're the authoritative figure in your life that you're trying to get validation for, even if it's like no matter how much you try, it's never enough. And this is why we're seeing like for this full moon, it's becoming more clear to you about how you portray yourself and how well you feel in this cycle, because we see death underneath this like feeling of being unsuccessful needs to come to an end. This is about being more curious, says the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is the keeper of fire. It's the keeper of all the fire signs of Aries, of Leo, and Sagittarius, and they're boosting with confidence, boosting with childlike wonder and curiosity. Not everything has to be so, black and white when it comes to like this world of like the justice, as you see like the black and white kind of checkered print on the feet, like these striking colors. Things can blend into each other. Not everything is what it seems. Oh, I just realized there's more checkered prints. There's more of that right there. Like death itself is like these contrasting colors of black and white, and sometimes there's just a gray area. It's being very curious and being open to these possibility of curiosities. The Knight of Wands is bringing back to balance, which we see like the theme of balance here with the scales. The Knight of Wands being mind, body, and soul, like I said. So practically, this could be more bringing back, like daily routines, since we're dealing with the Knight of Wands, which really focuses in more on to daily activities versus the bigger picture. And like this is where I'm saying more of like step by step, you're bringing in more thoughts of positivity about yourself. You're letting go an older version of yourself as well. A decision that must be made, and it's kind of like these are the beginning steps. Like we have the 2 in reverse, which is implying like you're at the beginning stages of this. This is a new journey for you. You don't see, though, how far you can go. You don't see the world of possibilities. It is blocked for you. And you need to be open to receiving this and letting go some of these, like, needing other people to validate your feelings as well. We're bringing that rebirth. We're bringing in an end to a cycle. We're letting go of pride. We're surrendering to the process. And it's not toxic positivity, as I'm talking about, like you're trying to just like forget about all your problems and just think that you are nothing but perfection. There are things that you are really good at and that you have learned, that you've made mistakes and you've learned from those mistakes. That's what we're talking about here. It's not toxic or positivity that we're trying to bring into here. It's more of just like having and being kinder to yourself. Don't cut yourself down or have to be like every day of your life, everything must be in perfect balance. Like those are unrealistic expectations that you're putting that pressure on yourself. You will never feel successful that way. All right, so we're gonna bring in the other oracles. We'll touch back to the tarot as we bring in more oracle. We're gonna start with surrendering cards. So full moons are really great for banishing like energy, because you're like cleansing it under that full moon light. It's also really good for just like basking in gratitude, being grateful for the blessings, but just letting go and releasing like that, from that build up from the new moon to this full moon. It's just like completion. Okay, we have surrender your ego. All right, cultivate gratitude. I'm gonna read it because I know my camera doesn't like to ever freaking focus, and so I'm just gonna read it. So don't worry if you can't. I'm going to read it out loud. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. If you feel like, versus like always having to be like shown right, always like kind of this prideful energy, this is about surrendering your ego, and this will be a great challenge because that's what the death card brings into here. Like, I know death can be like a scary messenger, but it is a neutral party. It is not scary. It's more about bringing an end to a situation and surrendering it, because this transformation brings up, the next card would be Temperance, which is a rebirth. It's a refreshment. It's recharging. You know, you're letting go of these stressors in your life, of these expectations. This is going to be like this is a super full moon in Sagittarius, about gaining new information. This is new information about yourself, about the cycles that you have been stuck in, that you're about to break, that you need this cycle to break. You know, especially if you've always had negative thoughts circling in your mind, if you need help bringing those thoughts to light, those words to light. And this is just becoming, that's like the first step. That's what I'm saying, like the Two of Wands here is like the first step, setting yourself in the right direction, is becoming more aware of the thought patterns that you're having about yourself and what it means to you to be successful. And then we have surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or to solve a problem. This could also be applying for this Five of Swords here, is being too prideful to ask for help. If you need help, ask for it. Find an area, you know, or someone who is smarter than you in that area that you're having an issue with. For some of you, when we're seeing like this Justice card, this professionalism, this is someone who may be in an academic or a doctor field. Like tarot, I'm not touching like your health in that way, more of like bringing awareness to it. But if you feel like maybe this is beyond your scope, that you need to get that help, do not let pride or your ego get in your way of asking for that help. Even for sources, like free resources that maybe you can try to find, okay? But we're also seeing this, and definitely there is an affirmation card in here, where since we have positivity and expanding on it, we've got this messenger bringing in, we have all this air energy in here. Definitely an affirmation, or just having like the first step could be having positive affirmations added to your daily routine. Get something that either you can pre-make, you can write things down, have a note card next to your table. So instead of grabbing your phone first thing you do when you wake up, you know, grab this note card and kind of read these affirmations, or if you do meditation and whatnot, okay? All right, so here is some self-care. Music. Music is always great. You can also think of music as like singing along to songs that make you feel very powerful, that also make you feel very good. You know, that's what they bring it, or how you bring in your positivity. Looking for fairies, as we were talking about, like reading really good books, inspirational books. You can read, you know, things that boost your creativity. Looking for fairies, painting fairies. Like, well, if you could picture a fairy, what would it look like? Like, think about stuff like that. Build strength. Some of you might want to build strength, and especially like this is not just physical strength of like go to a gym or work out at home, not just that, but mental strength, as we see a third eye that is opening in this card. This could be building, and like I said, you're becoming more aware of like the thoughts that go through your brain. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Of the thoughts that are going through your mind when you're thinking about yourself, and it's like you're strengthening the muscles to kind of deter that from happening. You're becoming more aware, even if you have to grab a journal and be like, I thought this way about myself, but I reworded it to say this. What are the deep roots that are causing you to feel this way? What are the triggers that bring this up? What is around you in that moment? Is it a song that maybe triggers this negative energy that you need to replace with a more positive song? What boosts that? What can expand that positivity? What could send you on your way and see you on a journey? I also see someone maybe they're going on a journey during this full moon, like maybe you are listening to music on your way out somewhere. Since we have also two horses, they're messengers of some sort, even being brought to you, or you're going to be getting a message or sending a message. Let me see. Who else are we missing? We don't have any cups or water. That's not that surprising. Yeah, cups, water, or pentacles. That's what I meant to say as well. Pentacles. So it's kind of like we have a lot of energy here, even though we have some water from Scorpio being present. Yeah. We have some energy here that is more action based. There's a lot of actions that need to be happen. This is action. This is nowhere near where it's like non-action is your answer, like just don't do anything. Like, no, this is something that you need to actively do, even if you have to be more aware of surrendering to a process, so you don't stop yourself from constantly, my mouse out of the way, so you don't stop yourself from constantly like being caught in the same cycle over and over again. Okay, and water would be like, the fact that water's not here just means like your emotions are fine, like they're not draining, because you're pouring a lot of energy into this negative thought process or these other expectations. That's why it's draining your energy, and this is why we're like, okay, we need to stop, recharge, and take control. All right, the affirmation for this full moon energy we have, again, I will make sure to read it. I'm trying to see. Maybe you can see it there. If you want to screenshot it, go for it. Okay. I am open and receptive to the abundant flow of prosperity that the universe offers. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. Wonderful. That might be something you want to tell yourself on days leading up to the full moon or under the night of the full moon, as your own little way of boosting your self-esteem or boosting your confidence, or boosting the fact that, you know, you are surrounded, you are protected. Justice as well, that brings in divine timing, like knowing that your time to shine is coming. Be prepared for it, be ready for it. It will happen when it's supposed to happen. Okay, let me see if I'm missing anything else. I don't think so. Pile number one. It's very clear with this reading here. We're talking about when boosting positivity, it's also seeing successes in a different light. It's not always where you have to have losers there, you know. You have to see someone being hurt in order to win. I feel like this was a cycle that you're trying to break. You don't need to, or like I also see like someone talking down to themselves so that, you know, they have no fear of someone else is going to do it, because it's that, you know, I already do it to myself, I don't need you to do it, so you won't hurt me type of energy. It's like we're breaking that cycle. We're having also more curiosity about yourself and what you can do to strengthen yourself. And like I said, that could be physically, if you're interested, if you're thinking about, you know, building muscle strength, this could be a sign like, yeah, you know what, look into it. This also could be more of, like I said, a mental thing going on. Okay? All right, I hope you have a wonderful full moon in Sagittarius. If you're doing anything, let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know if you're doing anything. I will be holding a ritual that night as well. If I have open slots, I will make sure to post the description and all that stuff in the description box below. Otherwise, just always check my Ko-Fi, check my other socials. I always post about it if I have open slots for the full moon group ritual service, which comes with a tarot reading just for anyone who's participating. Okay? Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful full moon, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. All right, we are going to start with these 2 oracle cards. We're going to find out what magic maybe you should be doing, you know, with this little oracle card here. And then we're going to jump into a little bit of tarot, and then we're going to end it with some more oracle cards. All right, first up, Capricorn, the Achiever. Some Capricorn energy mixed in with grounding. Okay, so we got some double earth vibes going into here, although that is a Virgo symbol right here. That just means double the earth, which for the Sagittarius energy, it could just be more of like trying to ground that energy to give it a direction. Capricorn being very hardworking, needs to make sure that they have some fun, lighten up a little bit. You might be grounding too much, might be, and I know there's like that, you know, the thing everyone says, Capricorns just work so much. It's just we also want you to have some fun. You want to lighten up and be able to go and socialize a little bit. We know that deep down, Capricorns are very, you know, loving and very giving signs. Okay, so yeah, so we've got grounding energy for pile number 2 right here. So grounding this energy, grounding your achievements in, maybe wanting them to grow and be more successful, seeing what that success means to you, what your plans are for that, and being able to put the work in as well. Okay, so let me push this over here And I am married to a Capricorn sun, so there's a deep love for the Capricorns. Any Capricorns who happen to be watching pile number 2, let me know. Let me know if you are even just an earth sign, if you are a Taurus or a Virgo as well. Let us bring in some tarot to kind of define better about this, you know, new moon, this full moon, the super full moon in Sagittarius. What else pile number 2 needs to know? Okay. Right away. Got these 2 here. Wait, just 2? Yes, just 2. Just want to make sure that there weren't any cards. Hold on. Gotta make space. Okay, so right off the bat, we're seeing energy of letting go of limitations set on yourself. Letting go of limitations, both mental and physical blocks we're seeing. Oh, okay. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Page of Wands, the keeper of all fire signs. Oh, I think I'm getting a little crooked here. Give me a second here. Let me try to bring things into here. We're going to zoom in. I'll have to probably zoom back out. Okay. Let's get the full picture. Yeah, so Page of Wands, the keeper of all fire, meaning of all of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and of course, Sagittarius energy. So this could be a very significant full moon, putting an end to a cycle. Some of you might have been going through some heartache. I'm getting a feeling of compromise, like compromise, even if it was in the workforce, of where you're compromising so much, but no one else was. And you're learning your lessons of like of who you've been trusting. You've been trusting like the wrong people. And the Death card. Okay, and then the card at the bottom here is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles I relate specifically to Virgo energy. We've got some Scorpio energy coming into here. So we've got a lot of signs wanting to make themselves known. You might be one of these signs watching this, or someone close to you, since we have court cards coming in. Could be an influence that is surrounding the situation, a person surrounding the situation, or it's more reflective of a different side of you, a different perspective, a new way that maybe you didn't think about it. Let me fix this too. Sorry, that's bothering me. Live editing, people. That's what happens here. Okay. So again, so for this full moon, this is more about releasing, which is really great for full moons. You want to release, you want to be able to, you're banishing like under the light of that full moon to welcome in a new stage, a new phase. For you, it's a new stage of prosperity, which is not that big of a surprise considering we're dealing with a lot of earth energy, which deals with the materialistic, but it's about like kind of like not being so stingy on yourself, not being so stingy or living in scarcity, being like, well, I have to penny pinch everywhere. Like, yes, you should watch, you know, where your money is going, where you're investing it, but when it's something that can actually bring you a profit, sometimes you have to spend money to make money, and I know that's a lot easier said than done. I totally get that. I totally there is not depending like where you are or where phase of your life, finances could be very, very hard. They can be. And for some, it's the reality of life, right? So this is more about then being open to success, being open to what it is that you want to achieve and putting in the work into it. The Knight of Pentacles is the most hardworking knight in the tarot. In my opinion, it is the most hardworking knight. They're very diligent, they're steady, they're stable, they can be very dull. And in reverse, it could be the work is very dull to you. That's why we're kind of seeing like you're being controlled, or you're being like put into this box of being this achiever, of where like you're grounding this energy and it's just too much. It is too much. And this is why we see like an invitation with this Death card is like, put an end to this cycle. You know, literally like you need to surrender the process. You put as much work as you can out there. You need to be open to receiving it as well. And like I said, some of you might have been trusting the wrong person. This could have been leading to a heartache where you're getting over it. You're just starting to heal, starting to open up. You kind of like closed yourself off to a lot of people. And now you're seeing the possibility of something new, whether it's with a partner, a significant person, even a friendship. We see a lot of friendships going into this way, like someone who's talking bad about you before, and now you're more open to be like, okay, I'm willing to open up to this person now. I'm ready for this next stage. I'm ready for, you know, just being being able to communicate about your emotions more, being more real with this other person. Okay. The Page of Wands asks you to be very curious about things. It's okay to be curious about things. Take the first steps. Get out of this moment of fear. These are your mental thoughts that are holding you back. You have the energy in order to move forward. You have this prerogative to get over your healing. You're just like, okay, I can do this, you know, and having these thoughts of like, you know, it's okay if you also make mistakes along the way. Do not aim for perfectionism. We see that a lot, or we hear that a lot with the Virgo, is like, you know, perfectionism. They're just planners. And I say this with love from a Virgo Venus, that, you know, it's just about wanting things to be as done right as possible, but also being open to being flexible is where I'm trying to get at. Trying to be more flexible, and don't be a stick in the mud either. Literally, we see like the sword stuck in the mud, and reverse this Knight of Pentacles energy can be you're stuck in the mud, like you can't get things going, and it's kind of like a refresh. We're going from like 4 to 1, and we see 8, 4, 1. We see this the numbers working like that. So we have a 3. Yeah, okay, yeah. And we have a 3. So it's like, yeah, we see like the numbers are going back. It's like taking a few steps back, recharging, and bringing more clarity to the situation, and bringing your fears to light, being more curious about your fears, getting over heartache, something that made you where it was very much so like you had to compromise but someone else wasn't, okay? And it's like you're no longer letting that happen to you anymore. You're putting an end to that cycle. All right, let us find out what you should be surrendering for this full moon, okay? And I will be reading this because sometimes my camera doesn't like to focus, so do not worry, I'll read it. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend some time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and ecstasy there. And we see this garden that is also present on the ace right here. And like I said, we have a lot of earth energy, this Capricorn, this grounding. Some of you need to just go take a walk in the park. You need to get outside. You need to be in nature. That's where you're going to recharge the most. That's where it's going to help you kind of bring to light things that might have been bothering you, that you can sit there and you can journal or something. You want to ground in that, and if you can't go out into nature, try to bring nature to you, even if it's through a YouTube video where it's like I know I've seen some for like crackling fires. Sometimes it's like ASMR videos where you're in the forest in this, and it could be a digital forest, like a fairy forest. There's a lot of ASMR videos here on YouTube that you can find. If you cannot go, just use, you know, the tools that are accessible to you. Surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. And we see that right here with these two cards. You don't always have to have your defensiveness up all the time. That will drain your energy, and it's always kind of like looking at things all the time with a suspicion. You know, it's like, you know that you have to be okay with making mistakes at the same time. Like, if you fell for something, like I was saying, like if you were being tricked by someone in the past, it's like, it happens. It happens. You're not the only one. You will not be the last one. It's probably already happened to somebody else already. Not that that was the right thing, you know, what's happening to everyone, but it's like, all right, it happened. We're moving on from. We're gonna learn from our mistakes, and not everything that is going to be said to you is going to be made to attack you. Okay, you're going to learn to pick your battles so you don't drain your energy. All right, let us bring in some self-care. Some self-care that you can do the night of the full moon or the nights leading up to it, whichever you feel like it. We've got hydrate. Make sure to drink your water, which is pretty good because we don't actually have, besides that Scorpio energy in here, we actually don't have a lot of water. We have just a lot of earth energy. We have a little bit of fire, and we have the same amount of wands. Yeah. So make sure you have hydration. For some of you, if you want to leave like an offering on your altar of water, if you have water spirit guides, or just like to your ancestors, you have the death card. Death is a messenger. Sometimes it is a message from someone who has passed on. You know, it could be like, leave some water on the as an offering. Read. Just reading, wanting to learn, really great for Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius energy is great for exploring new cultures, learning new things. It mixes very well with Gemini energy since we're in Gemini season. and spend some time with animals. This is kind of linking back up to the natural world. I know not all of us have access to, you know, deers and squirrels and birds, but, you know, if you have a fuzzy animal at home, or a non-fuzzy animal, it's just an animal, you know, you want to cuddle with or spend some time, make sure you put that little bit of time and effort. Should be doing it anyways, but this is another sign, like, let's get on that. And then as well, this could be just like, you know, do you want to look at cute animals online? Do you want to learn about animals? You might be reading about animals. You know, this is going to be a sign for that as well. Okay. All right, so last card I have for you, pile number 2, is an affirmation, okay? So let's get to this affirmation. You can use it the night that you watch this video, or you can use it, you know, the night of the full moon. Say it as a little prayer to yourself. Look, we got another green plant. A lot of green, well, not really, I know it's not green, but like plants, nature in this. Oh, look at, oh, we focus just for a little bit. All right, your affirmation is, my thoughts become my reality. Definitely very heavy for pile number 2, about trying to manifest these things into reality. But it's kind of like you're starting from scratch again. You're regrounding this. You're no longer letting your thoughts fly all over the place, your energy fly all over the place. You're going to make a plan, and you're going to stick to it, because it's going to be one that it actually, blends really well with your energy type. Like, don't make something so structured. You might have to explore, and that's why we see, like, read. You might have to explore different options of how to plan things, how to go about things, because the way you've been doing it has not been working in your favor. Okay, all right, so that's all I have for you. Let me know if you're doing anything for the full moon, if you have any rituals planned out, if you plan just to relax, just do some self-care, some love. Let me know. Drop a comment below. Let me know if this reading resonated with you. I will most likely be doing a ritual on the night of the full moon, and if I have opening spots, I'll make sure to link it to my Ko-Fi so you can join in if you would like to for this ritual. For this full moon ritual in Sagittarius coming up for June 14th, and it comes with another tarot reading for all those who are participating, okay? Other than that, anything else that you need from me, social links, Discord, all that other stuff will be in the description box below. I hope you have a wonderful full moon, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye! Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Alright, so we're going to start with these 2 oracles right here. Then we're going to bring in some tarot, and then we're going to finish off with some more oracle cards, okay? So let's find out maybe what some magic, some energy you should be drawing in for this full moon in Sagittarius. First up, we've got boundaries. That's always a great sign. And then we have hope. Okay, so maybe some of you need some hope for doing boundaries. So boundaries can be a very hard thing, especially dealing, in my opinion, sometimes with like close friends and family, because people just don't understand boundaries, and you need more hope in that category. You need to bring in more hope into that, and be like, okay, maybe they actually understand more. And this could also be boundaries for yourself, like having self-discipline and strengthening your willpower. Boundaries for yourself when you know you have to like stop something, or you need to be able to limit your time on certain projects in order to bring the focus back into something else that is more beneficial for you at this time. All right, let me do a few shuffles here. And we're going to bring in the tarot. I'm keeping the piles quite small today for this reading because I feel like it's more concise information, but of course let me know in the comments below if you like these a little bit shorter, like at least for the tarot part, these readings, if you have a preference. Do you like it when I shuffle them live? I feel like this was also a bit of a time saver, but just let me know if you have a preference. I'd love to hear your feedback. Alright, pile number 3. What else do you need to know for this full moon in Sagittarius? Let's see. Sometimes cards like to flip out of this deck, sometimes they don't, because this is actually a very like soft matte. It's a very soft matte. I can't describe it. It's just not suede, but it's very soft. Sometimes the cards, they don't flip out because of that, although they're beautiful. Sometimes it doesn't happen, so let's just do one more shuffle. That's why normally decks like this I will split, but let's see. We'll see if anyone likes to fall out. Look at that. Six of Swords in reverse. So going back, and Mother of Pentacles, which is also the Queen of Pentacles. Some Capricorn energy coming into this reading. Oh, we got someone else. Hold on, we got two cards that were stuck together. We've got Justice, we got Libra in reverse, and we've got Three of Swords. Let me actually, let's actually do this. I might zoom in. I will try to remember to lift the cards up so you can see this beautiful artwork. Okay, Three of Swords. Okay, oh look at the cards are coming. Ooh, we got the Fool. Okay, one of the cards came out. That's perfect because that was gonna be too many. Seven of Swords. We have, so we've got one pentacle, and the card at the bottom is the Sun. We have the Sun already. Okay, I was already trying to like read the cards. I wanted to get the full picture. Let me zoom in just a little bit so you can kind of see the cards a little bit better. The Fool, some bit of Uranus and Aquarius energy. The Sun, you know, the Sun energy. Also attached to Leo energy. Okay, so Six of Swords. Going back, into like drama, into the emotional waters instead of moving on and not seeing like the path forward. This could be a pattern with the Mother of Pentacles energy, is trying to materialize something for this full moon and kind of like always looking back at your actions and questioning them. You know, like with the swords being present, it's like a lot on your mind that you can't let go of. This could also be neglect with the Mother of Pentacles coming up, like self-neglect, like you're not taking care of your needs. And this is where we're talking about the boundaries. Because you're looking for hope, you're kind of stressing yourself out a lot. You need to bring back into balance, says that Justice card. That Libra energy is bringing things back into balance. I'm going to show this one upright because it's a beautiful card. All these cards are gorgeous. But you see, like bringing things back into balance, understanding that things will go wrong at some points, and it's okay. It's just the cycle of things. Things will turn around for itself. We're going to find creative solutions to our problems, right? You know, and you can get help outside of yourself if you feel like you're not equipped to deal with this. So this full moon could be about grounding, doing these boundaries on yourself, because we see like the circle with this Mother of Pentacles. Well, the Pentacles itself, also the symbol here, there's a lot. You can see the connection between all the cards here in the artistry. But like when you're seeing this, it's like taking this time for nurturing yourself, seeing to your needs, acting like your own mother, being authentic to yourself, and not letting one part of your life, because I'm seeing this top row specifically here with these boundaries and everything, and the Justice being here, is one side of your life taking over the other. Business is becoming, like being an entrepreneur for some of you is taking over certain aspects of your life, and it's crumbling. The pressure is high, and this is why we're kind of seeing you going back, like, what if I just change this, it will be okay? And it's like, no, we need to stop and realize you don't know everything, and it's okay to make mistakes, says the Fool. It's okay to act, you know, you may be feeling like, I feel foolish if I take steps away. In reality, it's recharging for you. You don't need everything. You don't see how the fox here with this Seven of Swords energy, they're trying to take and watch all the swords. In reality, we don't have two faces. We can't watch both things happening at once. We can't have it all. We have to learn to let things go so that we can move on and move forward. There are gifts that are sent from the divine that might have felt like heartache. Some of you, it's kind of going back. You might be going to an old partner or a habit or a situation, like I said, bringing in a circle, and it's because people are breaking their boundaries. They're breaking their boundaries with you. You're breaking your boundaries with them, versus like we have the Fool, like let it go, and it's like being taken out of the equation. Like this person's being sucked up into a spaceship, and it's like they're no longer on Earth. They're ready to begin their journey into the universe, into the divine, and they're no longer looking back at the situation. This full moon could be bringing these truths into light, says both the Justice. It's bringing these truths. This is very much so materialistic. This is energy. This is dealing with people. This is less about spiritual energy. Like the divine is there, and they're trying to give you this sign, and you're having, some of you with boundaries are creating or casting a circle as well. You're trying to bring into your boundaries the good energy and banishing the negative. which is actually really great for a full moon in Sagittarius, specifically with just a full moon, not Sagittarius, specifically with a full moon. It's really great to banish those energy, cleanse your space as well. You know, honor your feelings and then be like, okay, we're going to start again, and it's okay if you feel foolish. You know, it's a pattern, things that happen. We don't need it all. Okay. Let me think. Am I missing? Is there anything? Pentacles. We don't have any cups or wands in this reading. So that just means more of like, so that water, that fire energy, it's just not a priority for you for this full moon coming up, for this phase right now. What you need to know, your emotions are fine. Like, you know, like honoring your emotions is more of like the mental thoughts that are constantly pinning you down and feeling like you cannot move on. But your emotions, like being able to refill your cup, your muse, your creativity, that's what I was thinking, like the vibe of like your creative wise, you'll be able to figure out a problem to figure out a solution to your problem. And you have the energy, you have that wands, you have already with that. That's why they're not present here. The wands being missing just means it's not a priority for your energy. Like once that inspiration strikes, you'll have that, you know, that creative thing to get your plan going, to write it down, to get things going, be like, all right, I can see where things are going right now. But we have a lot of mental blockages right now, and the physical blockages, which is taking care of your body is a priority, taking care of your mind is a priority, setting boundaries, and having I just see someone being uplifted into hope then, being like, okay, things are feeling very hopeful. And we have Taurus right here, which is a sign of comfort. It's a sign of love. Taurus is ruled by the sign of Venus, or the planet of Venus, the planet of love. You know, if you think about deities, it's Venus / Aphrodite. You know, loving yourself, self-love, you're having that hope because you're giving it to yourself, okay? You can be filling your place with flowers, with luxury, and having that moment to spend some money and time on yourself. And for some of you, this is going to be a very big challenge. Maybe you've never made yourself a priority. You maybe have never made yourself, it's always about other people. You know, that's why there's things unbalanced, is because no one cares for you the way that you care for them. So, and it's a struggle for you to then put that love and care into yourself. And this could be because like some people are just not well equipped to take care of you that way. If they're like children, you know, you can't expect the same type of treatment from your children that you would give to your children, you know. For some of you, that could be you're seeing the unequal partnership that's just coming to light. And what are you going to do about the situation? Are you going to start anew? Are you going to bring these facts, these mind thoughts to your partner and be like, we need to set boundaries, we need to set, you know, this path, and we need to be more aware of this, you know, and we to have hope in the situation. Okay, so now we're going to bring up surrender cards. What you need to surrender in order to like bring in your blessings and such for this full moon, okay? We've got, I'm going to read it because of course my camera loves to focus and then non-focus, and then if it's not that, it's the light. I know you can see my light right there. I got a new one, so yeah. Actually, this is an old one. It's one that was busted that I was able to use this way, and I hope it's a little bit better. I hope it's a little bit, but I know this glare is annoying, but I'm going to read it anyways, so you don't have to worry about it. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in life. Yes, surrendering outdated beliefs about yourselves. Bring those, but you have to be aware that you're thinking of these, okay? So bringing out those thought patterns, realizing, you know, you have to give yourself more grace, give yourself more hope. Oh, that's my dog Guinness, so he just wanted to contribute to your reading. Pile number 3. That was his little thing. Okay, so yeah, letting go of limiting ideas about yourself. And this is where it's like, because you're going to treat yourself better, you're going to make yourself a priority. Surrender the drama. This is directly to that 6 of Swords. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Centered, balanced, walking away from the situation. Don't try to be like, I need to know about this, I need to know about that, because someone's lying about a situation. This is also representing feeling like thievery or lies is happening, but the truth will be revealed to you as well. For some of you, that's what's going to happen on this full moon. Truths are coming to light. And it could be during the day, it could be when the sun is out fading into night, that sort of energy, and it's going to cause drama, and you may need to walk away from the situation before you just act upon your feelings, and it could be heartbreaking. It can make the situation even worse. Like, you need to go take a breath, okay? All right, here are some self-care cards. This is the affirmation card. We're going to see what self-care you can do for this night, for the full moon. Again, you can do it this night. You can do the lights leading up. You can do one, none, all that fun stuff, okay? Write a gratitude list. Perfect for a full moon. You want to like bask in your gratitude. Find your blessings. Meditate. You know, meditate, giving yourself that boundaries, giving yourself that hope, you know, if you can have that space to meditate, creating, like I said, creating something beautiful. We have got like flowers and such all over this card. Maybe we have, you know, meditating maybe during the day if you need to, before the night falls. And then journaling. So this journaling could be just like writing a gratitude list, or you starting a journal and starting to prompt, which is also really great because we have that Justice card, that Libra energy, that air energy, you know, wanting to be friendly, wanting to talk with people, bringing and building that trust back up, you know, and trust into yourself as well. Maybe you need to start with journaling that. You need to write it out. What's the things that, you know, would trigger you? What brings you pain? How can you feel more uplifted in this scenario? You know, where do you need help? Where can you ask for help? What do you need to do on your own? That sort of stuff. Okay, I'm going to pop that over there. All right, so here we have is your affirmation. Again, you can use this for the night of. You could just see it with this video, and I will make sure to read it. I'm going to try to hold it up. Maybe you'll get to be able to screenshot it if you would like to. Okay. My body is a wondrous and magnificent machine, and I feel privileged to live in it. Beautiful. We have the moon phases. It's perfect for this. I'm gonna just kind of pop it here, but this is also where I'm seeing like some people are not taking care or making their body a priority, and this could be like it doesn't have to be it's like working out or cardio. It could just be like feeding yourself, like making sure you're eating your meals, having your snacks, drinking enough water. You know, what is your body feeling like? Do you need to stretch? Do you need to get up and walk around a little bit? Do you need to, you know, start maybe yoga or just gentle stretching or Pilates or, you know, stuff like that? You need to really think about your body. And for some of you, that's just like having a moment to meditate and maybe journal about your body, or just like, you know, making sure you're feeding yourself, getting yourself the nutrients that you need in order to like have a good day, you know. And for some of you, that's just like, hey, you're in this beautiful body and you want to have, you know, indulge in something, like have something sweet. It doesn't always have to be like healthy. Like, you can have something sweet. You can have that moment, you know, that moment of self-care, that self-love moment, I should say, you know, and enjoy your time. All right, so that was your reading for you, pile number 3. Let me know if this reading resonated with you, if you're doing anything for the night of the full moon, any like your own, if you're doing your own tarot reading, spell casting, meditating, or you're just relaxing, you're watching movies that night. That's all valid and wonderful ideas. I will be having a full moon in Sagittarius ritual. If I have spots open, I will make sure to post that in the description box so you can sign up if you would like to. You can join us, and it will be a ceremony dedicated to the full moon in Sagittarius, along with a private tarot reading for those who join. It'll be a group reading for everyone who signs up for it. And all the information will be in the description box below, okay? Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful full moon in Sagittarius, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.